Yeah.
Okie doke. Who would like to recap last time?
Who cares about last time? It's Tavern opening day.
Yep. Nobody cares about yourself. Nobody cares about yourself.
Okay, you know what? Humor me.
Something last time we tracked down and caught the man himself, Cupid. And he's a very hunky boy.
Yep.
And he was running around doing his business. We asked him if he could spare an arrow, and he said, "No, dude, I need these for work." And I'm like, "One?" He's like, "No." And then he left. But luckily, we already got one. Kinda. It's a little.
He said it was his job and like he was getting paid or some shit to do this.
To be fair, Nice didn't really try all that hard.
True.
Yeah. Nice realized, oh no, I'm by myself. I don't want to fight by myself.
I mean, he wasn't meant to give off fighting vibes.
He was just a hunky boy doing
Such
romantic
shit.
work.
He was doing his job.
His little cherub job, except he's not naked.
And
No, he's
I'm wearing a diaper.
he does not shoot randomly. He has specific targets.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are yearly targets, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he shoots people who need it.
And we kind of know what the arrows do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He shoots people who need it and or are missing this.
Mm-hmm. And they don't hurt anybody. They don't even hurt the clothing on the people he shoots.
Mm-hmm.
But that happened, and he vanished to go shoot more people. There were some minor conversations with some of the other NPCs we were chatting about with. And then we went back in the evening to the tavern after meeting Nice and introducing Nice to the crew. Farah introducing Nice to the crew. We went back, played cards, and
we had lore dumps from both Nice and Clint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think someone suggested using Identify on Clint's necklace because he said that he didn't see an apothecary or medicine person or anything of any kind, and he was told to not take the necklace off by a note he had strapped to his chest, and he's like, yeah that sounds right.
We need to identify the necklace and also at least get Clint to a healer after the tavern has been opened, because he is not in dire straits seemingly, because he's been on his feet this entire time, but probably would benefit from a check-in. And then Nice is coming into not coming close to, but is seemingly continually passing by the Xanathar Guild as they are stealing and or smashing antiques.
Yeah, they're not just stealing them to sell them for a profit, they're just destroying them. That was a big weird thing, because it's they had no interest in the obvious monetary benefits of it. They were just like, yeah, fuck it, destroy it, break it.
See these antiques? Fuck these antiques.
Fuck the code.
A lot of the things that she is being tasked to go steal, or places she's being tasked to go steal from, she's either stealing the things that she is, that they are trying to break, or is stealing things that are kind of adjacent to the things they are trying to break. So that's, we have to go talk to her boss in a few days. to see if he knows anything about this shit.
We can say that that early morning, Nice left to go do that, to go track down her boss and facilitate a meeting with you guys.
Nice. Get it?
Oh boy.
Add another one to the fucking name word board. All right. That is all. Oh yes, and for the magic disappearing arrows, it is 300 per each type of new arrow, and for each same type of arrow that you give her is 100. So say you get
and each day the arrow is different because the
Yes.
type of magic in it is related to what the festival is celebrating.
So if you get like 2 arrows of one day and like 2 arrows of another day, that's 300 for the first arrow for one day, and then 100 for the second one. And then the other day is 300 for the first arrow on that day, and then another 100 for the second one. So it's incentivizing different types of arrows. You're still getting 100 per each same one.
Nice. I mean, good.
Splendid.
Just wanted to clear that up.
Mm-hmm.
So, without further ado, it has been a long time coming, but it is let's say that it is a Friday morning. It's dawn. Sun is rising. And it is the day that Trollskull Manor is reopening its doors for the first time in 150 odd years. The place is renovated fully. Freddie Doyle and his boys made sure to get this place, spick and span and up to code. Finny has been tasked with keeping the dogs, make sure that they're all ready, and they're all good to go. And Liv has been organizing and making sure that the bar itself is fully stocked and ready to serve however many people are going to show up today. And it is about, 6, 7 a.m. What are you all three doing?
Ashley is preparing the itinerary for today at early ass mornings, making sure to schedule everything appropriately. Make sure Finny's going to be there on time. Suggestions on what to play. Being a bard himself, he knows this cool shit.
Did he successfully get a piano? Because that was the other thing, is he ran out last night to go get a piano.
Yeah.
To explain the sudden dip, we said that Ashley, there's like a dotted arrow or a dotted outline where he was, and magazines or pianos on the counter. The door slammed shut. He went to go get a piano. Fucking, how much are fucking pianos in D&D?
He has set up time block where he will play piano for everybody.
Roll me a quick persuasion.
Who am I persuading?
The fucking piano salesman.
God.
Try and see if you can get a cheap piano, or if we're gonna charge us fucking out the ass.
Yeah, unless you want to play 400 gold.
No.
That's what I thought.
Oh damn, that's a low roll.
16? Okay. I'm not gonna make this hard for you, but you can get it for, let's say, to make this easy, half of price. If there is a sale, and you actually caught him on during the season of love, spreading the love around, obviously. Doing what's best for their fellow person. And wouldn't you know it, as you're finalizing the deal, you spot the tiniest bit of pink in their eyes.
Wow. They love the game. The piano game.
So minus 200 gold from whatever the fuck you guys are tracking this shit in.
Okay. Physically pains me.
How much gold are you guys at?
814.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys have a fucking ton of gold.
It pains me.
I have been throwing money at you guys.
Oh.
You could have done
No,
gold.
No, we're doing
there.
fine. We're doing fiscally okay. It's just that Z is letting her vex show.
I was like, I've been throwing money at you guys. What the fuck? Jeez.
No, you're fine. Keep
Okay.
doing what you're doing.
Only 800 gold. Jesus Christ.
Grand
Anyway.
opening of Troll Skull. Did we get a better name?
No, because it's historic.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I think that would
Grand
officially
recognition.
turn Lift into a fucking
Yeah.
poltergeist if we try to change it.
No, it's my Troll Skull.
Feyre would probably be relatively put together looking, actually has like taken the time to like fully clean her clothes and kind of like iron them out, and not fancy clothes, not like she wore to the gala, but she has taken a little bit more effort. And however, she is definitely like half awake downstairs back in her seat with a hot cup of coffee, just kind of waiting for the caffeine to start kicking in. Both elbows on the table, kind of leaning forward, eye half closed, just kind of watching and like just wanting the silent morning to continue.
Clint would actually have gotten up early to go out. He usually, actually, now that I think about it, he would probably get up early regularly. He just doesn't really do anything. But this morning in particular, he got up early to go feed the dogs, which I imagine there's like a barrel of dog food, which I assume takes the form of just preserved meat. Just a big tub of beef jerky that we feed all of the dogs. So he goes and does that and gets them all hyped up and excited for like grand opening day so that they're in good moods. And then he would also go and take the chance to clean himself up a bit, and by the time he's ready, he would have the look of like a white collared shirt underneath rather than his typical kind of dusty brown one. And he would have a little string necktie, like the really, really thin Western neckties.
I know the name of it.
I can't remember what
Start
it's
with a
called.
B?
But it is a bow tie, but it's like the traditional like old school bow tie.
Oh, what the fuck did I do?
What did you do? It's tessellated.
Don't worry about it.
Welcome to Troll Skull Manor. But he would deck himself out in the
Polo.
vaguely fancy. The what?
Polo tie?
Yeah. And he would he would end up looking like a Doc Holliday classic old school like bartender.
Hmm.
But he would still be wearing like the hat and coat, but he would have actually brushed his hair a little bit so it looked less mess and more dress. Oh,
Don't worry about it. Leave me alone. Tell me more about what's actually doing. I'm giving you guys a yard for your fucking dogs, okay?
Yeah, like I said, Ashley was setting the schedule for today's opening, instructing Finny on what songs to play here and there. Not giving her free reign most of the point, but at certain points, like during events, like during the raffle, to play certain things.
mhm. Also probably giving her like a rundown of her responsibilities so that she's like,
Yeah.
you do X, Y, and Z. If A, B, and C aren't done, go get me or Feyre, not
Yeah.
Clint.
Not Clint.
Clint is emergency only.
Yeah, Clint. If you cannot find anyone else and Liff is busy, get Clint.
And Liv is busy.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
So Ashley usually wears a suit, but now he's in like a full tuxedo for today as well.
This man.
Because my boy go all out.
Fucking tuxedo.
My boy doesn't take shit lightly. He goes all in. Even his ears are like shined. His fox ears are shined. His tail is curved as well.
Wreath the ears.
I'm so glad you
Maxim.
thought that too. Like you said, shine. I like car shine. Just fucking wax the ear.
Yeah. You don't wax your ears. What the fuck?
You probably got some expensive fucking like conditioner on them.
If nothing else, Feyre has horns that she could adorn or polish or something.
Probably has. She's like actually braided her hair up fairly nice and has like a not like a like girly ribbon, but like one of the things of like where you kind of braid the ribbon into the braid itself going down her back.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine she has just a couple of very simple silver cuffs that she puts on her horns from time to time that she has actually gotten out and shined a little bit and put on her horns. But still, like, 90% looks just like standard Feyre, just a little bit more put together. And, Riptide still on her hip. Immediately as soon as she got up.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, Feyre, as you put Riptide immediately on into the holster, you feel a thumbing in the hilt, and you almost swear that you feel excitement.
That's sus. Feyre would be very confused, just kind of like looking at the sword. I don't really know if you're supposed to be doing that right now, but well, I can't complain about a good mood, I guess. Still very much half asleep at her chair. It's like watching everybody rushing around. Like, don't talk to me. Caffeine has not hit yet.
Understandable. Things are gone away, and left on the counter is the party can. Somehow it's left right there.
I thought we would have popped it last night.
Last night? Already?
So that everything's already up. So we don't have to go rush around if it fucking explodes right before everybody gets here.
Okay. So, fuck. So
Pre-pop.
if you had popped it the night before, Hold on, is there a time limit on it? Or is it just a one-time use?
I think you just said one-time use.
Yeah.
Because it was less like illusioned magic and more just contained items.
Yep. That is exactly it. Okay, yeah, you guys could have popped it the night before you went to bed. And as you pop it, the entire tavern is just very suddenly and swiftly in like a very loud explosion. Last night, the person who popped it, took 5 thunder damage from the giant pop. However, the entire tavern, in an instant, in a wave of magic and what you think is confetti and streamers, is perfectly decorated. Perfect for a grand opening. Very quickly, very convenient. It's a shame there's only one of those things, huh?
It's a shame that we're gonna have to take this all down after 2 or 3 days.
Yep. There's so many decorations, man. So many.
Wondering if the halfling crew can come and take down decorations. We can hire them for a day.
You can ask him. You know where to find him.
Fair, just like one hand moving to like sleepily scratch at one of the dogs' heads. Because I imagine the dogs are feeling the antsiness. Just kind of like looking around. So, exactly, when are we opening again? Like, just expecting lunchtime, or can I get a nap in before then? What?
Oh, that sounds like sudden distress, Amy. Uh-oh.
And there goes the DM.
You good? You good, Amy?
This is how it happens?
Not
What?
with a shout, but a whimper.
I have reached
What
my
happened?
limit for uploading on Roll20.
Oh no.
You heard me complain about that yesterday.
You know what I'm doing right now? I'm putting up Baron and Winslow tokens so I can put them in the yard. I tried to upload Winslow and it said no.
Oh no.
And there goes Piper.
No, not my boy.
There's Baron in the yard.
Welcome back, Piper.
What the fuck?
Gotta start picking and choosing what you want to get rid of.
Can I get rid of shit?
Yeah.
Delete-
Don't get rid of anything that you're using currently, because it will go away, but
Yeah, you can go through your image library and start deleting things that you aren't using.
Gotcha. Okay. Understood. Goodbye, homebrew world shit.
Oh,
How
We'll
could
get there
this
eventually.
happen to me?
Eventually, not anytime soon. Sure as fuck don't need this person. What I need right now is Winslow.
I will admit that that's probably the funniest word from Clint and like the Clint accent is Winslow. I don't know what it is about Winslow, but it sounds really fucking funny.
No, you're absolutely right. I agree. And there are also 10 more dogs in the yard. But this yard is big, okay?
Speaking of dog,
Mm.
What's your problem?
Sailor has an opinion about the dogs.
he does not like
Sailor.
Winslow.
Sailor is looking out the window and is upset people exist. Okay. Sorry about that, Z. Sorry. I was just, it finally happened after like 3 years.
Yeah,
Sorry.
periodically you have to go through and be like, yeah, I'm never using that again, and just like eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I have to do.
Yeah, so sorry, go ahead. My apologies.
Feyre is just like half asleep, like, when exactly are we expecting people to come back in? Can I get a nap? Can I go back to bed? I want to go back to bed. Apparently nobody wants to talk to Feyre. Cool.
Yeah. I was gonna say, is anyone going to talk to her, or is Liv going to tell her to get her ass in gear?
Well, you're looking well, Feta.
What did Ashley say?
You're looking well.
You could just get this very tired shift of the eye from like just like staring into space to like focusing on Ashley instead. Well, good, I guess. Thank you. Can I go back to sleep?
No,
Really
you
like
don't
to go back to sleep.
necessarily have to participate in this, so you could if you want.
Went like walking by carrying a barrel of that vinegar that hadn't been thrown out but shoved in a back room is like, hey, where should I put this? I can't drink all of it before they get here, so I figure I should probably dump it out, but it's gonna smell real powerful.
Just set it next to like a river, like a couple blocks away.
Just like me and my brother used to get rid of all of our garbage.
Don't drink it.
Carries out. I won't. Runs outside. He gets about like a block, almost a block down the street until he gets to like what is ostensibly a storm drain, and then just dumps it into the storm drain.
Roll me a perception.
Oh boy. 2!
Oh boy.
He is watching it go down the storm drain very happily.
Mm-hmm.
I did good work. Turns around and goes back to the tavern. I didn't say a thing.
He says that as he like bursts through the front door, and Feyre just like shifts her attention to him. Slow blink. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Probably a little bit of both.
You just kind of get this
You-
like blink and like kind of like half shrug of like, yeah, probably. Back into coffee.
But we'll like go over. He'll take a mug down, pour himself his own little thing of coffee, and then kick back the whole thing without missing a beat. And then he'll look down. And I imagine some of the dogs are inside, some of them are outside.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just kind of like roaming around dog chaos at this point.
I imagine Finny has
They're
them
all-
outside still.
Oh, Finny is okay. Finny's doing dog stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Got fucking a dozen of them.
Then Clint will look down and then like reach into like a little box that he kept and pull out a tiny version. Like it looks like Clint's hat. It's styled like Clint's hat, but it isn't. And he just goes, "Do you think this will fit Winslow? Or do you think it's a little too small?"
No, I think it's perfect. Give it a try.
Gonna go put a tiny hat on Winslow.
Likewise, Ashley has a like a gold chain and a monocle for Baron.
Oh my god.
Deck out the doggies.
The doggies.
Yeah, we gotta drip out the dogs, man.
See how well they like their trip. Winslow takes to his hat really well.
All we need now is a tiny little 6-shooter. and he will be finished.
However, Baron takes the monocle and has discovered that if you hold the chain, the monocle swings around.
We'll work on that.
You spin my head right round.
Starting a riot with the dogs because they all think it's Toy. Must chase after Toy.
We'll work on it. Don't worry. I believe in you.
Very, very hyper and has started chasing the monocle. It's like chasing their tail, but in reverse, because it's in front of him.
You know, as long as he's happy.
He does seem very happy.
That's what's important.
However, he does get a little excited, and he trips on a stray stick another dog was chewing on, and he
Wow.
lands flat on his back after flipping over a couple times.
I got
And
the
the
dirt
monocle.
dog, I see.
The monocle lands perfectly over his eye, but he is upside down on the ground.
You know, I guess that's what I get for wanting a corgi out of all the dogs.
True.
So much shit. Alright, any last minute things you guys want to prepare before you open your doors?
No, I'm good.
You
I was
don't
just
think
looking through
so?
my inventory to see if there was some bullshit to pull, but no.
Cool. Furiously deleting shit. Jesus Christ. I think that's enough for now. You all have gotten all of your shit ready. Everything is prepared. You have all of your Ashley's itinerary is ready. Feyre, your caffeine has kicked in, finally. Who brewed that batch? It took so long. The dogs are up. They are presentable. Some of them got the drip. The tavern itself is perfectly decorated. You have your food and your drink shipments in, and you guys are open and ready for business. What time does your tavern open?
It's lunchtime. No reason to open up any earlier unless they're staying in the inn.
Yeah.
People that stay in the inn get basic ass breakfast as a courtesy, but we don't accept extra customers until lunch.
Yeah, we are not a bed and breakfast yet.
Well, we do need to have a grand opening, so I think don't even
11?
accept. You know what I'm saying? 11's fine, but nothing before then. We don't even accept people for breakfast that morning.
Oh yeah.
Well, nobody has any rooms other than us at the moment, so
True.
And they would be on this. You guys, all of your rooms, I'm going to put them all on the top floor because you're important. All of your in rooms would be on the second floor.
Yeah.
And then there's an attic above that floor.
That's Lift's room.
There's Lift's room and storage. There's a couple spaces up there, including a tower, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because
And y'all got
Feyre
a
ended up
tower.
in the tower for a minute.
Yeah, y'all got a tower. Y'all have a turret peak. That's what it's
Hell
labeled.
yeah. But yeah, no, I think we're good to open the floodgates.
All right. You open the floodgates, and you open the doors, right? One of you has a clock, right? There's a grandfather clock here, or one of you has a pocket watch, probably Ashley.
Oh yeah.
He seems like to have a pocket watch, and you open your doors at noon, right? 11?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever time.
Yeah.
You decide. It's not too important. But you open your doors and there is no one there. For now. But you can see the festival is still in swing. Looks like they're setting up for the festival too. And after a few minutes, you get the first person to show up. And you see... Well, you don't see at first. You hear Volo arrive. Quickly followed by Rainier and Floon. They are the first ones to arrive.
Hey, it's the fucking crew.
So they walk in, and Volo, it's about, if you guys open, he has arrived approximately 17 minutes after you've opened. And the doors open, and you just hear Volo announce, Zai, Volo, I have arrived fashionably late. But I am here to partake in this wonderful tavern.
I imagine he comes in with like a flourish.
Yes, he does.
When he does his little flourish of an entrance, Clint will give him a very soft golf clap.
Fire is just like tilted back on two legs, kind of balancing a little bit with her tail, like elbows propped on the arms on either side and like fingers laced in front of her. She just is like kind of watching Volo and staring from across the room. And then there's just a little head tilt. Somehow I'm not really surprised that you're the first one through the door, so thank you for coming, but was that really necessary?
Well, I am doing my best to spread the word about your tavern, and, well, if I, announce my presence, maybe that can increase the popularity.
Are you famous?
Feyre just laughs.
Glass shatter. He's like, what? I mean, I am Volo the Gadarm. I am the Chronicle. I gave you a copy of my book.
Oh yeah. But are you famous? You're a
Yes.
novelist. Oh, cool. How famous? Like, really famous? Or like, kind of famous? All famous is good. Because I'm not famous at all. And he, like, holds a hand against his chest to be like, see, clearly I can't do anything. Because I am not famous.
Well, I am very well known in this city and among many people, so I think, I am very, very famous. And I mean, you have a signed copy of my book, which is very valuable, because I'm famous.
I imagine there's like a little mantle thing where there's like, on the walls there's like hanging shelves, and he propped the book up there. Just for the sheer point of being like, yeah, look, a famous author signed his book.
Rainier and Fluent give their greetings while Volo is having his fucking midlife crisis. But he's just like, yeah, I'm famous, man, I swear.
Feyre will just send one of the dogs after fucking Volo and go over to the table. Go cry to the dogs.
What'll it be?
I'd like... I'll have your finest ale.
You got it. Top shelf it is.
You do realize that's
Rainier.
top shelf price.
Yeah, no, I'm looking up alcohol prices right now.
I'm not tracking all of your individual fucking drinks. I hope you realize this.
I will make a menu at some point.
We have nice ale, medium
Yeah.
ale, and not so nice ale.
I want you to
We have a
know
good list. Yeah,
this
here.
tavern is going to be run with a base bonus and a roll on how much income it gets. We're not
Hey.
tracking every single individual thing.
Fair.
But what if I wanna?
Well, everyone has
Oh,
to agree
God.
to that, because then this would become really more in depth into the tavern side.
Tavern Simulator versus.
Yeah, this would become
Yeah.
Tavern Simulator and no plot.
Well, I'll give you a finest elven wine. It's currently 10 gold a bottle. Here you go. Set it down.
We're ignoring the price above game.
I know.
Okay, good.
I know.
So to make sure it's on the record. But yeah, Floon will pay for it, and Rainier holds up his finger for 3 glasses.
Just motion for Liff. Liff can handle that.
Ah, okay. So, Liv, who, by the way, is invisible at the moment, 3 wine glasses just start floating from the bar and just slowly land on the table in front of each of them.
Imagine that even when Liff is like invisible, there's the rogues are slowly developing a sixth sense to figure out where he is.
Yeah, you guys are 100%. There's like the slightest like glimmer in the air when he like shifts. That's unnoticeable until you live with him. But you all see Rainier and Floon are surprised. Volo is confused. He's like, wait a second. Hold on. I did not see anyone cast a spell. Is this a charm?
Have fun figuring it out.
What you're talking about?
I will figure this out.
Just looks towards Ashley and like kind of like lowers her voice a little bit. Just let him be confused, because as long as he's confused, the more he's gonna come here and the more money he's gonna spend.
I wasn't gonna tell him anyway. I said I told him I had no idea. I had no idea what he's talking about. Must have been your imagination.
Alright. The next person, or I would say next group to arrive would be one Miss Bakery Granny.
Hey!
Aww.
Eileen's helping her carry in a couple boxes.
Oh, let me help you with that.
Are you talking to Bakery Granny? I assume so.
Yeah.
Okay. She comes in, she's holding like 1 box, Eileen's holding like 2. And they're not like food, you guys already got your bakery delivery. So you already got all your shit for it, but she has these boxes and she hands them over to you, Ashley. And she's like, well, I don't mean to intrude, but I made these and I hope you like them. I worked really hard on them.
Oh, you know I'm going to love these, madam.
Okay. Now I need a table by the window because I like the breeze.
Absolutely.
have
I prepared a
salads?
Cobb salad just for you.
So you did have salads on the menu.
Just for you.
We have
You know-
a salad.
And
A
it's
single salad.
it's the Cobb salad, right?
Yep. It's Cobb salad.
Okay, good, because a lot of restaurants these days, they don't have the Cobb salad. I don't know
I know,
why
it's a
they
trash
don't,
can.
but they don't. I don't know why they get rid of them. They said they want just a regular salad, but the Cobb one is the original salad.
I completely agree with you. It's a travesty.
She like pats your arm and be like, "Here's a good, smart young man way." She follows you. She's gonna want to take your seat right here in the light.
Yeah.
She can take your salad.
Let me help you with those, Miss Eileen.
Thanks. I ran into her around the corner, and well, she made a lot of sweaters.
Oh, do we all get sweaters? Fuck yeah!
Team sweaters.
Let's fucking go! Granny sweaters!
Yeah, she wasn't sharing all your sizes, so she said she just made a lot of them, and I thought I'd help her with them because she was kind of just really slow, and I kind of thought she might have broken if I didn't, help her. But I'm not saying that she's not strong. I'm just saying that I wanted to help her because I wanted to be nice, and well, I was coming here anyway. So here you go. Sweaters for you, not just all of you, not just you. At least I don't think just you. They could be. It might be. I didn't look inside the box.
If they're all just for me, then I'm gonna have to get a bigger wardrobe, I guess, hey?
Well, I'm sure you'd look good in a sweater. Or like 10, maybe. I don't. They're probably not all for you.
Hey, everybody, we got uniforms apparently.
Nope.
Clint just pats her arm, just like he doesn't know what to say, so he's just kind of smiling absentmindedly, just like, there. I don't know why you're stressed. Like, I don't understand it, but it's certainly gonna be okay.
I'm not stressed. I just wanted to get here on time. That's all.
Come in, we have a table ready for you.
Great. Yeah, sure. I'll just help you put all these down. She'll fucking
He'll
waddle.
take her upstairs so they can just drop them against the wall.
Yeah. It's fucking hefty.
Yeah.
She will take her seat next to Granny and chat with her. She's going to get She's going to order a margarita, essentially,
E.
from the bar. Who is making the drinks? Is it Liv?
I imagine it's either Liff or Clint.
Yes, but also Feyre is specifically in a spot so she can kind of watch what's happening throughout the entire restaurant, but also behind the bar. Because Liff has ideas that Feyre does not agree with.
He would agree to a menu.
In order to assist with the drawing in customers, Ashley is going to begin playing the piano.
Oh, okay. Roll me performance.
Hell yeah. About to bust out some Beethoven.
Holy
shit!
You really are.
Fucking invent Beethoven.
Holy shit! Yo, what song you want to play? Like literally any fucking song.
Beethoven's Midnight Sonata.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
The whole thing, not just the first
Yeah,
movement,
the
but
whole
like the part that's like really sweet and flowing, and then the part that goes fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the entire thing. Actually doesn't even need sheet music. Actually has it memorized, and it's coming to him in this moment. It's very impressive. And that is going to draw in a few people, actually. So first of all, some familiar faces of Yagra.
Hey.
Yagra has arrived, followed by where the fuck is Black Network? Davil, obviously. got your groups. So they come in hearing some wicked fucking music. Yagra immediately goes to the bar.
That'll draw Feyre out of her chair.
Davil immediately comes in and he's scoping out a table to claim as his own. But yeah, Yagra comes in, actually just going fucking ham on the fucking piano. But she gives a big wave with one hand up high. She's like, "Hey, you're open, right?"
Yeah, just open. Not more than an hour ago, so you are one of our first in. And you get to essentially, I think, depending on what you, of course, choose, crack open a brand new bottle or barrel of ale that ain't nobody had yet.
How'd you know what I'm gonna get, man? I swear you can read my mind.
And Feyre just kind of laughs and gives her a pat on the shoulder and will look towards Davil and see him scoping the restaurant and just kind of gesture over her shoulder. Oh, the table back there in the corner is private enough, and usually that's where I keep my card games going, so ain't nobody gonna be bothering you too much back there.
Huh. Are you pointing to this one?
Did that one.
Left or right?
Right.
Okay. He looks at it and he gives a nod. He's like, "All right. Seems, perfect enough. I'm gonna go claim that table before anyone else gets any ideas. I have a feeling more people are gonna show up."
Well, here's hoping. Be nice to be able to sell out of alcohol on our first night. That would actually be something of an accomplishment, I think.
That would be. You might get lucky, but not until I get that table.
She just sidesteps out of his way.
He's going to claim the table. It's his table now.
And also perfect for Feyre to eavesdrop.
It is. It really is. Yagra's going to order 2 pints of ale. Who is dispensing it?
I guess Clint. If you're not just saying Liv is.
Yeah,
Clint.
I just want to know how much is Clint doing versus how much is Liv? Cliff.
Cliff and Lint. I imagine that Clint knows enough to he's got a really high sleight of hand, so I imagine he would be mixing the drinks in a very fun, bombastic bartender way, where they're doing that thing with mixed drinks where it's flipping bottles and catching glasses, that sort of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, Liv is doing what Clint is getting distracted away from doing.
Gotcha. So together they make Cliff
Yes.
the most misdirecting bartender ever.
Yeah. Clint is not very creative, but he is definitely good at remembering and following instructions.
Mm-hmm.
So, with recipes in mind, he is able to replicate them. At least that's what I would hope.
Yeah, no, all good.
Hell yeah.
Not
just trying to
very
get a good
creative.
visual.
He makes his own fucking magic bullets.
True. With food, he's not very creative. Or he doesn't, rather, not creative, but he does not know how to mix drinks in a way that is sensible. He just kind of mixes them together. It's chemistry and not artistry.
All right, no, she'll take the 2 pints. I imagine Clint was mixing something, and then all of a sudden, 2 pints of ale were filled and slid to her. While
Yeah.
it looked like he was making a different drink.
He had a the metal mixer and was shaking that in one hand and
Mhm.
spun it and tossed it up in the air, grabbed a glass and started filling it and then caught it before it landed or something. Just all sorts of nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I will do as much shenanigans behind the counter as I am allotted without having to roll. And even then, I will do some.
Do just enough until the rolls start going in the wrong direction.
Yep. That's how you gotta do it. All right. Oof. She would get her drinks and then go over to chill with Dowell. Those 2 drinks were for herself. Dowell orders a old fashioned, which I imagine
Fucking
is
course.
what else do you expect him to drink? Ashley's still going ham on the fucking piano, and in walks in. You see a male fire genasi and a male water genasi. Both of them walk in through the door and look around.
Whom's does these?
Feyre just kind of raises her brow for a second and gives them a little nod. Oh, welcome to the Troll Skull Manor there.
Sorry, 1 second. You guys would have seen these guys around in the area. These are 2 of your neighbors.
Ooh.
You see the water genasi wave, very chill, laid back, 2-finger salute as he says, "Hey, I don't think we ever met you before."
And Feyre just kind of shakes her head slightly. Don't believe in that I recognize either of you. So I'm gonna assume that's a no.
Well, probably not. We're kind of tied to the forge. Oh, my name is Avi, and right here is Embrick. The water genasi is Avi, A-V-I. Fire genasi is Embrick. So Avi and Embrick. We run the... Fuck, what's it called? The forge place? I think it's Steam and Steel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Steam and
Sounds
Steel.
right.
Yeah, it is. It's like, yeah, we run Steam and Steel.
Oh, the little place down the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we heard the manor was opening. We thought we'd, check it out, see what you guys are up to, see if the ale's good.
Always happy to have our neighbors around. Always happy to help our neighbors. But just getting our feet under ourselves and getting things underway. So anything that you'd like to wet your whistle and any music or requests that you might have, I'm sure Ashley would be able to more than likely take care of it.
Oh, I'm actually...
This full song takes 15 minutes, so I'm gonna be a little busy.
No, I actually really like the really chill and classical music. Like, this is lovely. And you just hear Embrick just snort behind him.
Snort amused, snort
Yes.
annoyed.
Amused. He's like, yeah, the house is just full of classical music all day, every day. I do try again to play something with some percussion into it, but no. Just classical.
And Feyre just kind of smirks. Well, stick around long enough, I'm sure Finny will get up there and start playing something with a little bit more of a lively beat to it, so...
Lively would be great, actually. Something to really get your feet tapping and get, the energy up in here. I think that'd be great.
Feyre nods and kind of glances over her shoulder towards wherever Finny is.
She's chatting, doing the barmaid thing.
Finny's gonna have to play a jig.
Mm-hmm. You see Embrick just rubs his hands together. He's like, all right, tell me you have a gin and tonic waiting for me on that counter, please.
One gin and tonic coming right up. And Clint will say that, flip a glass up in the air, and then like spin around in place and catch it, and make a gin and tonic. That had
Hell
nothing
yeah.
to do with mixing the drink. He just wanted to throw a glass in the air and catch it.
Liv makes a gin and tonic. Clint
Slide-
puts the little leaf in.
That's all Clint is doing. He is the entertainment behind the bar of just like he's mixing drinks every now and then, kind of helping, but mostly just throwing shit around, being visually stimulating.
It's perfect. And Avi is just going to like poke around Farah, like a little wave, just like, it's probably really boring, but can I just have like a water with lemon in it?
Well, that'll be no problem. We have that for you. We'll just slide the water down to the counter towards them once it's done.
Hmm. It's like, great. Ember's gonna take his drink and take like a big swig of it. He's like, perfect. And unless you have any more conversation for them,
No. Farah is kind of playing hostess right now, but it is not her favorite thing to do.
they're gonna take their seats over here.
Farah wants to gamble. There's not enough people to gamble yet.
Not yet.
Oh, that reminds me. Clint does have... No, never mind. That's a proficiency. I was going to say he has a dice set. He has dice proficiency. He does not have an actual dice set. Damn it.
Oh. Two more show up.
No, I gotta look at my fucking inventory. So I think I have both a dice set and a card set.
That's probably when Ashley stops playing after 15 minutes.
After 15 minutes, Tavern is starting to get a little bit of a crowd in it.
And
People that you have seen before. Quite literally. You saw them at the festival.
Is that Avatar Korra?
What?
It kind
It looks
of
kinda
does
cool.
have a little bit of Avatar Korra looks, but the ears is pointy.
Yeah,
I like
it
that
is-
art.
Mhm.
That's good art.
Hell yeah.
Farah will just wave towards them. Welcome on in.
Yeah, and they will walk up to you. And the Dragonborn will introduce themselves as my name is Trishal, the page turner.
The
Ray
page turner?
Shaw.
Rishal. The page turner, yes.
Well, pleasure to meet you. I'm Farah, and you are. And she just like turns towards the elf.
The elf will look and give a little bit of a cheeky grin as they like prop an elbow onto Rishal's shoulder and hold out a hand to introduce themselves. And my name is Fala. Fala Lafilier. Lifilier, sorry. Typo on Amy's part.
Just type those names.
Falalafalier.
Type-
Typos names. Mental typo. It's like, yeah, we're here to check it out.
Well, you're more than welcome. Come in, come in. There's always a spot left.
Great. Now, I know that this just opened, but is there a game on?
Looks to Farah.
Farah just gets this slow grin. Well, depending on what type of game you're looking for, I'm sure we can accommodate just about anything.
See, I like chance. I like dice. You got that game going on right now?
Not just yet, but we can certainly get one started, especially if we can find a few more people that be interested in wagering a few coins here and there.
Oh, Rishal will play. They pat him on the back. And he's like, what?
I'll let you handle the games there. I'll take over as host for bits.
And Feyre just nods and like gestures for the newcomers, follow back to the table, and she'll just like casually in passing, anybody on for a little bit of dice games? We're gonna be starting here shortly.
Floon gets
And
up.
also, everybody, do not forget we are currently holding a raffle to choose the name of our lovely dog. Give me 5 copper an entry.
Avi and Eileen and Volo all enter the raffle. Floon immediately goes to play. And this whole time, fucking Fala and Rishal are following after Fairy. You just hear Rishal just like, Fala, I don't know how to play the dice game. And Fala's just like, relax, you just gotta roll. I'll just teach you how to play. Don't worry, we need another person. I don't know how to play. You read so much, you don't know how to play a dice game. Just look at the numbers. I don't know the rules. I don't know. Like, what if I accidentally break the rules? What if I get kicked out? Today's the opening day. I cannot get kicked out. It's like, you're not gonna get kicked out for reading the dice wrong unless you're purposely doing it. Don't worry.
Feyre just like smiling slightly to themselves at that, like overhearing that, just will sit down and will make a point of explaining the rules of the game while getting the dice out and starting to play with them just a little bit.
What game are you playing?
I don't fucking know. Craps.
Oh, what is it? What the fuck is it? The game in Red Dead Redemption?
It's Red Dead Redemption?
There's a dice game. I forget what it's called. I think it's called like Dead Man's Dice or something. But
Yeah,
it
Liar's
is
Dice.
Liar's Dice. There it is. Liar's
That's
Dice
what I was
is
saying.
the perfect bar game. You need a lot of dice, but it's really fun, especially if you cheat.
And fuck it, that's what you guys are playing. You have enough dice if you want it.
Cool. She'll sit down, explain the game. I feel like you're moving Yagra behind her for Yagra to be a smartass.
I was gonna say it's like if Clint heard the like, hey, we're all gonna play some dice games. Who's up? Clint was going to be like, Yagra, rent is due.
Oh yeah, Yagra's joining the game.
Slides up a chair, just like,
Yeah, she does. She
Who wants
grabs
my
the
money?
chair, she slides it up.
As soon as she slides up, Feyre just slowly turns her head towards her and like looks her up and down for a second. So, if you're gonna be offering the gold in this tavern, you can't bitch me out about losing your gold. That's on you.
See, look, this is just a fun game between friends. And I mean, I just got paid, so I have some money to burn. Don't worry, I already have a separate budget for my ale. That's already taken care of. I would never risk my ale budget.
And Feyre just gives like one single nod, and you can see her like turn and look towards Davil, and then look back at Yagra, and then just continue what she was doing.
He shrugs. And she's like, yeah, she just got paid. He doesn't care. This keeps her working for him. Fala is going to slide over a little bit. Rishal to accommodate for Yagra being very fucking big. Alright, got a table. Now I'm curious.
Mm.
What's that?
I want to see who wins.
Oh boy.
Liar's Dice is a game of deception, so highest deception wins, probably.
Deception and sleight of hand.
And sleight of hand? Are you cheating?
And sleight of hand.
She's a fucking card shark.
Oh yeah. So I just want to double check that that's what you're doing.
I don't know that she would, like, do it, like, to the point where she always wins, but to at least keep herself even at the end of the day.
Obviously, the house always wins.
Mm-hmm. You wanted me to roll some shit?
Yeah, roll me deception and sleight of hand.
Okay. Do I get any bonuses for being proficient in the dice set?
You get your proficiency bonus.
But I already have my proficiency bonus in
Oh, yeah,
this.
your proficiency bonus. I was just thinking about. Sorry, I misread the question. Misunderstood it.
Do I get advantage?
Sure.
I know I can roll with advantage on here, but I don't want to deal with that. Yep. Nope. There's a reason why sleight of hand is important. There's a reason why sleight of hand is important.
Damn. Alright, let's do Yagra first.
You're really good at your sleight of hand, but also people call bullshit.
Listen, if they can't prove it, that's what counts.
Oh man. Okay. So. Unfortunately, everyone can see through you, except Rishal, who you can see right through him. He is a sweating, very jittery mess. You can read every fucking... You know exactly what fucking number he's got, man. You can practically see it in his fucking scales. It's oozing out. However, you're not able to fool Yagra and Fala. However, neither of them are able to notice. Tell me, how is Fair? What's that sleight of hand doing?
I don't fucking know. She's a card person, not a dice person, and I know nothing about this game.
Well, there are dice tricks where you can like keep the dice at the top of the cup or the bottom of the cup, so you manipulate how they're rolled, basically. And it's a bluffing game, so just give yourself a stupidly good hand and you'd probably win.
So we can probably say that, like, what, the dice are in a cup, right? And Farah probably rocks the cup back and forth slowly enough to make it look like it's just a tick she has. Well, what she's doing is that she's stacking her dice so that very quickly she can swap the stack out for something she has in her other hand.
Yeah.
As soon as none of them are paying enough attention. And then when she reveals it, she's got a winning dice thing. I don't know. Winning pool. Congratulations.
Hey.
Farah has won 13 gold.
Hey.
Everyone is upset. And for that, next person to walk in, Aubrey walks in, immediately goes to the bar, and she wants champagne. Please.
Clint slides like over to the shelf and grabs the bottle and just goes, I've always wanted to do this. And he will pull the cork and he like shoot it across the room.
She
It's champagne.
shrieks.
You have to shoot it.
Okay. Dude, what's Clint wearing again?
He's wearing effectively like an old school more like cowboy western style bartender shirt.
But it's so he doesn't have his jacket on, correct?
No, well, no, not for this. Yeah, he'll have no jacket this time, and it'll be
Okay.
like left aside somewhere.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no. Aubrey's going to okay. Wow, that was loud. How are you even working here? Wouldn't that break a window?
Well, well, not if I don't shoot it at one. Kind of shrug. And I am technically a partial owner of this fine establishment. And he'll pat the top of the counter.
Wait, you are? How many are there?
Owners?
Yeah.
4.
Counts on his fingers. 4, I believe.
And you
Why
are...
do you ask?
It's I met a couple yesterday, so I didn't... how many are there? You said 4 of them?
Yes. There's myself, there's Farah, and he points at Farah, and Ashley, and he, each one in turn, and goes, and Nice, who is out doing some work, and myself.
And your name is...
Clint.
There's a pause, and you just see her, rose quartz earrings light up a little bit, a little pink, and recognition floods her face. She's like, oh, Clint, right, it's you!
He, gives her a little finger gun and wink, just yes, in the flesh.
Wow, I didn't think you'd ever take off that jacket, honestly.
He, blinks for a second, looks down and notice, and kind of forgot he wasn't wearing it, and just goes, oh, yeah, I figured I should look my best, and also more like a bartender for today.
Oh, well, cool. You know, the bartending, that uniform, I really don't like it, honestly.
Kind of catches him off guard, and he doesn't that he's holding. I imagine he kind of stops, almost does, and just goes, oh, well, shucks.
Yeah, the style is fine. I just don't like the material. You know what? I'm gonna get you a better one. Because I don't like how that looks, honestly. The color is off for your complexion. And your hair color.
She mentions his complexion, and he just looks at his arms, and then she mentions his hair color, and he just tugs on the end of some of his hair and looks at his hair.
Mm-hmm.
He is very confused, but not offended. Just oh, well, if you're willing to give me something, I would be more than happy to accept.
Yeah, sure. I just the style is fine. I can find something the same thing, or I can have it made. Honestly, the material and color just really wash you out. I think it doesn't look that good. You could look better in something else, honestly.
This woman.
Clint is just fucking confused out of his mind, washed out. He doesn't say that, but tilts his head and just goes, well, again, I will always take suggestions. I want to do look my best for my establishment here.
Cool. Okay, so if you just give me your measurements, I can have something made tomorrow, honestly. They're not going to say no to me.
Just blink for a second. Huh. Oh, I don't know my measurements.
You don't know? How do you get your clothes tailored?
He just blinks. The idea of getting your clothes tailored to him is just completely foreign, and there's just this total loss, disconnect. I don't get them tailored. Should I get them
She
tailored?
looks so shocked. What? You... Oh my god. You don't get your clothing tailored? And she says it like it's a fucking scandal.
He looks left and right and just goes, "Should I?"
Uh, yeah. If you want to look, good. Alright, that's it. Are you busy? It doesn't matter. You need to get your clothing tailored. You're coming with me tomorrow. We're gonna get all your clothing tailored because I can't stand how your collar is like crooked. Honestly, it's driving me crazy.
This
Looks-
bitch.
Just like goes in and adjusts his collar and is just like,
I. Real fucking close to having Feyre overhear this and fucking come up and be like, nope, you're out of here.
She's not doing it to be mean. Just picky.
yeah.
She means well. However, fashion is her domain. Literally.
This bitch.
Then Clint just shrugs and is like, "Well, I will always be happy to take suggestions, like I said. So, how do I get my measurements again?"
Okay, so, whenever you're free and I'm around, just go to the tailor in... No, not that one. It's one nearby, probably a few blocks away. We could just get your tailor. Get your measurements done really quickly. And then from there, I'll get you, a better bartending uniform. Same style, just different color slightly. So instead of, an off-white eggshell, it's more of a pressed white. But have the material be, less sheer and thicker so that, if anything spills on it, it's absorbent.
He's blinking and just nodding along, "Oh, okay. Just go here. Guess I need pressed white." This is fucking Clint is super out of his depth. He does not know fashion for shit.
Mm-hmm. We can just recreate this, but probably reinforce it a little bit. Probably, yeah. Definitely reinforce it so that it lasts longer, so you don't have to replace it actually.
He nods and is again mentally taking notes of all of this. Do you think it would be in bad form to put on my coat to cover this up then?
Oh, you look fine. It's perfectly fine. I just think you look better in a slightly different tone.
What tone?
The off-white. I don't know. So if you just have it be instead of an eggshell to a like I said, a perfect white, I think that'd be better. And then to offset the chance of stain, we can just have an absorbent layer underneath it. And actually, what I could do is I can get the dress shirt charmed so that it self-cleans after a few minutes. So we can keep it pure white and not have to worry about the stains.
Sorry, I'm making a in the notes that Clint does have to go to the tailor at some point.
Actually, madam, I think the black would suit him rather than an off-white to accent his complexion and hair more.
Can you repeat the
Something
first
like
part?
that
My
next
headphones cut out.
I was saying, actually, miss, I think some darker colors might offset his tone a little bit more. Accent his relatively good features, you know?
Well, there's that, but I didn't want to change his outfit too much. Because, he picked it out for a reason. He probably likes it.
Now Clint isn't sure. He looks at it and he's like, maybe I shouldn't like it. Maybe I could use a better sense of fashion.
It looks fine. I just don't like the off-white. I think a pure white would look better on you.
Nods.
But there does need to be something to offset that, because a pure white outfit, even if it is meant to be clean, will clash and make him seem a bit more brighter than it should be. And I don't mean like smarter or dumber, but it will make it hard to look at him.
Well, yeah, that's
Because
why
like that
he's
outfit.
got
Yeah.
the tie and the suspenders is a good touch to offset the white, plus the brown slacks and black shoes.
Clint being analyzed like this by Ashley and Aubrey is very, like,
Ashley
like
was Ashley.
panic-inducing.
Yeah, like the outfit itself with all the colors is pretty well balanced. I just don't like the off-white. And I
Well, they're making it pure white. How about a gray then? Like that should work perfectly.
Does
Great.
Clint look like he needs saving?
A little bit of need saving, and a little bit
I
of
was
like
actually coming here to try and help.
he is like this is the equivalent of a barbarian being like analyzed by two wizards.
I came here to provide backup.
Feyre just kind of looks up from like another round of the game, which I have realized looking across my actually looking at my character sheet. You let me have a a new skill that was just straight up gambling skill.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, roll that from now on.
That I do have proficiency in. It's down all the way down at the very bottom of my skill list. But
Yeah,
she
oh shit.
looks up and kind of like squints, watching like this back and forth for a second. Gets the sense that Clint is in over his head, and will just kind of raise her glass towards Clint. Clint, we're going to need some more drinks over here. Might need some input on this too.
Immediately, like Clint just looks at that, and then there is tangible relief as he's like, "Oh, finally, right away!" And just spin around and just run to go grab drinks, and just fills them up with the basic generic ale, and he has 2 glasses in each hand. It's like, if you'll excuse me, duty calls, and he will just fucking run or fast walk rather.
And Feyre will let him go around filling up the cups and everything, and will like lean back in her chair again and kind of catch him as he's like moving around after a moment, and just like, you do know you can't tell them no, right?
Well, I meanwhile, plus I don't know nothing about fashion, so I guess I could use some fashion advice.
Yeah, but if you're a little uncomfortable, you can't say no. This is partially your house now, I guess.
He nods. He looks a little like the idea of Clint saying no or being uncomfortable and not letting people speak their mind is like clearly confusing to him. He's like, well, I've never really told anybody that that they can't just share with me their open thoughts. So he nods, but will turn to nod to Feyre again and say, like, yeah, you make a good point.
And
Thank you.
Go ahead.
That's it. He'll thank you and then hand you the glass.
She'll take the glass, kind of give him a little nod, and then like a smirk, and will reach up and just like flick the brim of his hat.
He repositions his hat very, very delicately.
The chair thunks back down all fours. All right, now here's another game.
Ashley's gonna go to the shelf of wine. He's gonna pour 2 cups, and then he's gonna go over to Aelin and set one in front of her.
Oh, I was gonna
I
say
guess-
Aubrey's gonna try to start a conversation with
Uh-oh.
Ashley.
Oh no.
You have entered
Okay.
into the sites. Target locked.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
It's like she's gonna take a sip from her champagne flute, and she's just going to look at Ashley. Who's like, "So, tavern work now?"
Oh, I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that these days.
You know, people haven't seen you around for like a while.
Yeah, so everybody keeps reminding me.
Are you like here to stay or like just visiting?
I'm here to stay unless I get kidnapped again. But I can't really, like, schedule that in, so...
Yeah, that'd be kind of hard to do. You
And
did
you?
hire
How's your
like
business?
same old, same old. You know, I did make like a new branch. Honestly,
Oh, your dry cleaning business fell through again? Another accident, was it?
it is not a dry cleaning business. It's a fashion line.
Didn't you, like, trip into some paint or some fashion thread and, like, get it all over the outfit at the time?
Okay, Ashley, that was like 10 years ago.
Wait. What? Clint will like the heel skid at that and actually be like, hey, wait a minute, how long have you known her? Or have you known him? Or have you known one another?
I've known Miss Ashley. I've known Miss Silvery since we were but kids.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought. Where did you guys meet?
You'd be surprised at how often those of the upper echelons tend to mingle.
hmm And also, I don't think I ever shared this before, but her last name is Blade Simmer.
Blade Simmer?
Blade Simmer. Um,
It's one of the upper houses of Waterdeep.
makers of fine arms and armor. However, she has branched off to make fine clothing.
You know, Aubrey, I did take a look at your latest line of work, and I was fascinated by it. I'm quite an interested in fashion myself these days, but, well, I don't have the time to do much of anything.
Well, I mean, you have time for a tavern. So, like, that's time. But that
Well, I
last
can't
line,
exactly... Go on.
sorry. But that last line I did release it last season. I am releasing my spring line soon. Or not my spring line. My spring line was, that was pretty successful. I'm releasing my summer line soon.
What's the thing? What's the theme you going for this time?
So I am experimenting with the family mages, and we're trying to get basic charms woven into the fabric. But like
Oh,
on a mass scale. So only for this collection. It's still like experimental, but that's the plan, hopefully, for the summer.
and that's going to cost a lot of money. How's your line of credit doing for that? I know the family isn't exactly thrilled about a full fashion line, especially if it's going to be enchanted.
It's true, but this is a risk I'm taking myself, and I have my own sources that I've saved and done other things here and there, taking care of the weapon line that we did.
Well, if you need a place to promote your work, I'm sure we can hold a fashion show at some point.
fashion show, like, here?
Why not? It's a perfect venue for it.
Maybe. I'll get in contact with you on if and when's. Like I said, it's still experimental, so. And plus, you're, like, busy doing, like, tavern stuff. I don't know, like, what that even is. Like, what do you do?
Mostly I tell other people what to do.
That sounds like a good job.
It's fun. When they listen.
Yeah. I get that. Clint just listening into this conversation.
Clint is like doing the generic bartender thing of was listening very, very emphatically, and then as they got more and more into the conversation, he like slowly leaned back, grabbed a nearby glass, and just started cleaning it. And is more interested in this conversation just on a purely like, how do they know each other? This is weird kind of way, because he would have never thought that those paths even touched.
But she is going to ask Clint for a refill of her champagne.
Oh, absolutely. And he'll refill the champagne.
You seem to have taken a liking to Clint here. You've been paying him extra special attention compared to the others.
Well, like, when I recognize him. So, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, yeah, Clint's like, have you taken a special liking to me?
Well, like, I guess. Sort of. You're like, I don't know, friend, maybe? Person I want to. I mean, you seem cool to talk to sometimes.
He'll take that as a compliment and nod and be like, that's exactly what I want to shoot for. Someone who is okay to talk to sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Like, I get the vibe you're going for. I really think that if you had, like, access to better material, I think, you know, I'm gonna write that down.
Better material?
You know, she, like, gestures to your outfit. It's like, yeah, like, better material, like, I don't know.
Well, maybe perhaps you're willing to sponsor a line of outfits for the manor. It'd be a good business opportunity for you.
I'll think about it.
Let's see.
Family
Last
has-
time I
So-
talked to you, you were in a relationship with what's-his-face. Is that still going on?
Ugh, no. He's like
Actually
so.
gives a very subtle wink to Clint.
He's like so like 6 seasons ago.
Oh, that long, huh? Well, I'm glad to see it fell through. You didn't seem very happy about it.
Yeah, he was like so rude.
Ugh, tell me about it.
It's unbelievable. I swear, you can't find good people these days.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
She's gonna like fucking raise up her fucking champagne glass.
He'll take it. He'll take a raise up. Yeah.
Can't find good people. She's like, yeah, I'm like busy with work and because like I'm doing this line, but I'm also still helping out my family and all of their stuff too, mostly keeping track of materials and inventory for all the armor and weapons that they're making.
Anything special going on? Besides your line, of course.
Well, I mean, I'm not supposed to tell anyone, really. Roll persuasion if you want to know more.
Absolutely.
And I imagine Clint's just listening to all of this. Because I feel
Yeah.
like she gestures to Clint. She's talking to both of you.
Yeah, Clint is more, again, just dumbfoundedly listening to this.
The discussion of nobilities.
Yeah, discussion of nobility, and for some reason, including Clint. Like, well, we got this shipment of some really precious metals that we're going to be using, but they're not really sure whether to put it towards armor or weapons, and I've got to figure out how to delegate it all. So, like, that's stressful.
Oh. That kind of thing, huh? And they're leaving it to you.
Well, yeah, since I'm just, doing a little side project that's not important at all.
Don't you just hate it when people interfere with your enjoyment of things?
Mm-hmm. Like, I just got, like, all of this precious, like, metal stuff. I've got to figure out whether it should go into what type of weapons, or weapons at all, or if it should all go into armor. And I'm not really sure, honestly. Like, we've got some testing going on with some samples, but right now they're just really slow on that, since they also have the regular turnout that they're doing. So it's
Yeah.
just really slow trying to get people to actually build things with the metal and not just have it just sit in one of our warehouses forever.
Well, if you ask me, you should put it into weaponry. That way you can make your enchanted fashion line seem more desirable. Because you can put on defensive enchantments on it and be even better than armor. Armor that looks good, even.
Armor that looks good. That's probably a thought.
I mean, just
oh,
imagine, and he looks down at himself, just imagine if this tuxedo was armored in some way. I would look fashionable and be able to protect my life. That's the future, I'm telling you right now. Every noble's gonna simply buy you out, should that be the case.
That's true, but it's already glamour armor. But there's not that much armor that actually looks good.
Exactly.
You know what? You might have a point there. This time.
I'm right all the time.
No, not all the time. I still remember that time you tried to convince me that, like, carrot cake was good.
Carrot cake is good. You just have bad taste.
It's not when you just shove a carrot into a cupcake.
That's not carrot cake.
That's what you did. Do you not remember Frederica's birthday
You must be
party?
thinking of Leto.
No, Leto didn't eat the cupcake.
Well, I was also like 5 at the time, so.
Well, you brought
Why
up.
do you remember that of all things?
Well, why do you remember me spilling on paint? Sip of
Touche.
champagne.
Touche.
I'll say, this is where Corey arrives.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, did you say... Oh,
Yeah.
God, okay. I thought you for a second you said Corey for sure, and I was like, wait, no, she's the bad one.
Corey's the
Just-
good one.
Get a little wave from across the restaurant or this tavern, and just a little bit above the noise, like, "Hi, cousin."
She shows out like a hi, waving. She's got like a blueprint slung under one arm. That's kind of always how she is. But like, Aubrey will sip her drink. Point proven. Touche, motherfucker. And she will like leave her card on the table as she like gets up. And she's like, all right, if you guys have like any ideas on stuff, let me know. Because like I'm kind of lost on what to do with this giant metal shipment. All right, bye.
See you later, Robert.
Clint just waves, like, kind of stupefied. That was a lot. Even for me.
Yeah, she is quite a lot. You have to learn how to manage her.
he again, like, looks down at his shirt and has a kind of, like, scrunched nose look of, like, I can't decide if I like this shirt anymore.
Well, here, try this out. And Ashley's going to use prestidigitation to make his clothing more, like, off-white. Do you like this?
Kinda. I think I'll see what she was talking about.
Do you like
What
this? And he makes it more gray.
That's definitely more dingy looking.
How about black? And he snaps his fingers again.
When it turned black, he turns black. He, like, does the looking over his sleeves and just goes, "Ooh, now this is classy."
It does look really good on you, actually. And it highlights your hair as well. I was telling her that black would have been better.
Also, as Corey walks by, Clint will wave and say, like, "Hello, Corey. If you want anything to drink, feel free to let me know. Or ask Cliff," and he'll gesture to nothing.
I will let you have your fun. Good luck with Miss Corey. And he doesn't change your shirt back unless you tell him to, so right now you're just stuck with a black shirt as he finally picks up those two cups and makes his way back to England.
It makes him happy.
She was on her way to Fair, but if you're gonna stop her halfway there.
No, he's just waving hi as she passes by.
Okay. Okay, cool. She's going to order a Baldur's Gate iced tea. Long Island iced tea.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. BGIT. Classic.
Thanks. And she's like,
You're welcome.
She's tapping her like fingers on like the thing on the fucking bar top as she waits for her drink.
Clint will mix the drink at normal drink making speed, which is like kind of faster than the average person, but still not incredibly fast because he's trying to make measurements. But he noticed that she's like rapidly tapping her fingers. Is this like crazy jittery?
This is a nerd who's excited about something.
Oh, okay. Because like as she's tapping her fingers and he is making the drink, he will watch her tap and then not comment on it and for a few seconds and then say, "What's got you so excited?"
Well, it's okay. I'm working on something that's really, really cool, and I really want to talk to Farrah about it.
What is it? Am I allowed to know? Is it a secret?
No, it's not a secret. It's a gun.
What? She's just immediately both hands on the counter. I want to know.
Well, yeah, I have the blueprint right here. I can actually show you it. If you want to know, I can actually show you, like, the mechanism that I have. It's kind of a rotating three-headed structure. But I wanted to talk to Farrah because she, like, specifically asked for things sort of like that. And you got my last cool gun, so I wanted to talk to her first.
He sits up, has his hands up in a surrendering gesture, and he'll be like, "Say no more, I understand. I did get the cool thunder gun, which I am excited to shoot, by the way. Specifically shoot in a lightning storm, because I want to see if I could get struck by lightning to make it do the thing."
Well, like, for that one, you don't have to get struck by actual lightning. You can just take, like, a lightning attack. That would also work. It doesn't have to be a storm.
Oh. Makes a mental note of that.
I feel like storm would kill you, so I don't recommend it. But either way, after I show Farrah the general outline of this, and if she likes it, I will keep that on hold for her, and then I can bring you the blueprints, and I can show you how I did it.
Ooh, I would love to see it.
Cool. She's gonna take her drink. She's gonna take a sip of this. She's like, "This is actually really good. Wow. Good job."
Thanks. I've only made like before in my life, so I'm glad it turned out well.
Well, no, it tastes really good. Thank you. And she's gonna fucking hightail it to Feyre. Drink in one hand, blueprint in another.
As she starts heading towards Feyre, Clint will be like, Feyre, incoming! She's got the stuff!
And skirt!
Farrah just like kind of like looks up from, I imagine, the conversation that is going around the table. Is kind of like blinks dumbly at Clint for a second until she sees the like streak of silver that is the incoming. And it's kind of like follows her around, like head having to like really fast whip around to the other side as she goes behind her. Well, hi there.
Okay, so here's the thing. I had an idea for something and I have all the materials for it. So I made a base design and then I expanded on that with a more advanced blueprint. And after that, I did some theoretical product testing or some theoretical equations on how the structure would work. But either way, I have a blueprint for a prototype I'd like to make and I wanted to know if you would be interested in it.
Okay. Just this very patient Feyre, just like, okay, let the word vomit go. It'll end at some point for me to respond.
Okay. And she's going to, I imagine the table is full of dice and shit. She's like, oh shit. Like, she's gonna like hold it out in front of her, not on the table. And I'm going to send you the picture of it.
Boy.
Not what it does. But I shall put a picture in handouts. Because this shit looks cool. Right. So I have this, I call it the Chimera, and essentially it would have 3 rotating cylinders, and well, I'm thinking it could be a pistol, or I can actually reconfigure the shape to be more of a shotgun.
And she says that, and like Feyre's slowly nodding, and it says shotgun, and you see the brow go up a little bit.
Yeah, this could be a revolver or a shotgun.
Either or, just like I would have to choose one or the other.
Well, you have to choose one. I'm not that good yet. That could be an idea later, though.
And just like points at her of like, yep, that's an idea. Just waits for the continuing.
Yeah, so it could be either a revolver or a shotgun, and you'd have 3 configurations that could each do a different thing. You'd have 3 consecutive shots, each do a separate, I would say, effect of sorts.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is going to be something more along the lines of like the little chunk of stuff that's inside Clint's gun would be the effects.
No, actually, it had ammunition.
Oh, okay.
However,
What kind of ammunition?
basic ammunition. You see, and she like zooms, like, again, her blueprint, she's able to like manipulate. And she expands the image to show the barrels. It would essentially be regular ammunition. However, what would happen is that each barrel of the blast would essentially alter it and give the effect. So you don't need special ammunition. And that's what I think is really cool about this and why I work so hard on like the theory behind each of the barrels. So the barrels change the shot. The shots themselves are normal. However, you cannot change the order of which they are shot.
Ah, I see. So I use one, then the next one up is going to be the next one up no matter what.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Unless you like take some time to reconfigure it yourself.
Okay. And what little enchantments are you thinking about being able to be put into this gun?
Well, one of them maybe a little bit of a seeking thing to make it easier for the attack to land. Another one, honestly, if it's a shotgun, might as well have a fiery blast on it. Another one, maybe increase its range, I was thinking.
You're just kind of nodding.
That one actually, I can probably have it so that the trajectory on that one goes lower so it hits their leg. That can actually affect how fast they are. Let me write that down.
And as she says that, Feyre just kind of tilts her head slightly and looks towards her and like lifts a hand and wiggles her fingers so that frost comes out on it. Affecting the speed like this or some other way?
Well, if you hit hard enough on it, it'll be hard for them to move.
Ah, the fun type of affecting the speed. Got it.
Mm. So-
Sounds like a nifty little toy, if nothing else.
So I thought of this and I figured, hey, you might like it. So I figured, hey, do you like it?
And Feyre will laugh and then just nod. It is a very fine weapon if you can manage to get it working there.
Well, of course I'm going to be able to get it working. I should probably have it done within a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Whenever you manage to get it working and get it up and running, then invite me over for some of the test runs of it and we'll see exactly what it can do.
Great. Okay. I am going to get to work after I finish this really great drink.
Yeah, Clint's turned out to be something of a surprisingly good bartender from how we first met him and what he drank when we first met him, now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, right. I'm not going to show him
And Feyre just kind of smirks and then looks towards the bar, and in return favor, like, Clint incoming.
Slides over to the bar to get to Corey.
fucking zoom. Girl's excited. Also, here are the info. I just wanted to have Corey explain it to Farah.
That's so fucking sick. That got
Mhm.
so fucking cool.
And she is going to open up that blueprint on the table. She's going to take a couple of empty glasses as like paperweights.
I was thinking, yeah, if she sets it down, Clint will also grab 2 glasses and set them on the corners.
Mm-hmm. And just like that, nerd mode has been engaged. And she is walking Clint through her process on how she thought of this, what made her think of this, the material she's thinking of, how the rotating mechanism works, how she plans on taking. She's actually taking, she like pulls out a little vial from her pocket and it has the bullet Clint gave her in it. And she shows it to him. She's like, yeah, so I actually took inspiration from you on this, and I saw the runes you carved into the metal here, and I thought, okay, what if I do this on the gun instead of the ammunition? And then I thought, well, I had a configuration for a 3-headed rotating something, so I figured if I connect that with this, then I could have a rotating mechanism of 3 things, and if I have different runes on each barrel, it would have 3 different effects.
Clint is nodding along, very intrigued, and is just hanging on every word and examining, trying to take in all of the blueprints information at once. Just like, this is incredible. I love the design, and I'm flattered that I could be part of your inspiration.
Yeah, like the inscriptions on this bullet is so fine and very specific. I really took a page out of your notebook here for the barrels on these. I hope you do not mind.
He shakes his head. Not in the slightest.
Okay, great. So I should be working on this within the past few weeks, and I should have it done soon. I already told Feyre about it. I think she likes it, or like the idea of it, and she says she'll come around for product testing. I hope you all can make it, because I think it'd be cool to show that off.
I will clear my schedule. Not that it's very full, but just to know that it is now empty. For specifically weapon testing.
Cool. Okay. She's gonna like down the rest of her drink. She's like, thank you, and she's going to pay for her drink and like roll up her blueprint, very neatly stacking the cups. And like, okay, I have to go figure out where to get materials. Bye.
Gives her a snap and a finger gun.
And just like that, she's gone.
She's gone. She came here with a mission. And yeah, one more guest coming in.
Hey, Sailor Man.
Hell yeah, he comes in.
Oh, okay.
Chewing on an apple. As always.
Wave from Feyre.
He waves.
Like he comes in here and he's like, I only vaguely know a few people. Oh, there's one that I recognize.
Pretty much. You'll go up to the bar and be like, alright, what fruit do you have?
Fruit? Well, I've got a lemon and a lime and digging around.
I imagine
Strawberries.
that would be a Feyre thing of there are oranges in the tavern.
Cherries. Oranges.
Mm-hmm. But not because of drinking, but because fucking scurvy.
There's lots of fruits that are garnish. So I imagine there's a lot of just I can't imagine there would be an apple or a banana or something, but maybe there'd be like a strawberry. It'd be a little of it'd be kind of a stretch as a garnish, but it could work. So Clint pulls out a bunch of these different fruits that are all very clearly meant to be used with a drink. And then he will pull out at the tail end of it like a couple of strawberries or cherries and be like, well, I don't suppose you'll want a lemon, so maybe one of these?
He does not look impressed. He just like sighs. Okay, do you have like an appletini or something?
I don't think I've ever made one of those before, but we're gonna try.
As you go and reach for drinks, you're not sure which ones go in an appletini, but as you're looking, you see there's like a little like different holsters for different liquors that go into each different cocktail, and very subtly you notice specific bottles start floating up slightly.
Clint will grab the bottles that are floating and start pouring those into different shot glasses into measurements, and then he will pour them into a single shot and pour like 2 or 3 of each. That way he can, and then he'll wait for them to float so that he can see how many parts of one and how many parts of the other are supposed to go in the drink.
Yeah, like as you pour, you just feel like the bottle just get like pushed down to stop you.
He is guided by the hand of Lift to make the appletini. What is with this fucking dude and apples? Clint wouldn't question it. I'm questioning it.
I don't know, but you make his appletini and he takes it, and he slides you the fucking exact change plus 1 silver for tip.
Clint will put it in his hat.
And he'll sip at it. Close enough.
Happy to be of service.
You know what you should do?
What?
You should get apples in stock.
Just regular apples?
Yep.
Blink. We'll consider it.
Shakes his head. Like nods his head. Yeah. It's a good fruit. Highly recommend it.
He'll give him a thumbs up and be like, "Can do. If you're a regular, we will have apples for you specifically. I'll even write your name on them."
You do that.
Well, yeah, why not? We care about our customers here.
That mean a lot.
This dude sounds like he's about to, like, cry. Quint will put a hand on his shoulder and be like, "Again, anything for all customers."
He nods his head. Thank you. In the meantime, Appletini's close enough to an apple.
I'm glad you like it.
He's gonna go and he's gonna chill over here in this corner. Say, it's been a few hours. Hold on. Okay. And Tavern is pretty fucking popular. See, these are just the people that you guys are familiar with. There are a bunch of other nameless NPCs who come in during the lunch rush. And the after, not lunch, like the after happy hour time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it gets packed. And during that time, there is a bit of a shuffle. As some people leave, Bakery Granny has to go for her nap. Rochelle gets very scared of gambling and dips out. Finney's still here because she is working. Yakra's still here because she's also hanging out with Feyre. Fala's here because she wants to gamble. You know, Fala wants to gamble.
Mm-hmm.
Fluent's here because what else is he gonna do? Go home and spend time with his wife?
No, he already did that.
Yeah, he already
did
did
his-
that yesterday.
Be with his wife once yearly.
Yeah, he is going to do that. Yes, he already did that yesterday. And also, once he gets a few drinks in him, he says that, yeah, she's busy working anyway. He's just going to sit at home and waiting for her. So he's just going to be here until she gets home.
Oh my god.
Davil's still vibing. He's had a couple of people meet him today.
Anything interesting?
A couple of jobs. One of just like another thief job that he talks to some random about. He writes a couple of letters that he sends on his flying snake. He gets a couple messages back. One of them looks a little stressed out a little bit about, but the way you would imagine how he shows stress, where it's very subtle. But he doesn't look happy about it before he tucks the letter away and gestures for another drink. You'd overhear some job about a potion of some sort getting delivered. And in the midst of the people coming in, you'd also have these lovely folk walk in when it was busy.
Ugh.
Who are these three?
They're the ones that were in the fucking sewers.
And they would
Why does
go
the top guy look like he's the Avatar?
to
Oh, that's a stain, not a tattoo.
I'm not convinced.
it's a tattoo.
Okay.
This is a really fucking
Yeah.
ugly beholder tattoo.
See, no, he's actually just a huge Luigi fan. It's very understandable.
Who doesn't love large Luigi?
Who doesn't love large Luigi?
Huh?
They have taken this table in the back corner like the edgelords that they are.
As long as they don't start
Welcome,
shit.
gentlemen. What can I get you? Because Ashley doesn't know.
Yeah, Ashley doesn't know. This guy right here, he will just gruffly ask, bottle of tequila, top shelf for the table.
Right away.
Mm,
And they're going to just talk to each other as they each take turns taking shots.
Feyre will kind of subtly wave both Clint and Ashley over when they're in passing and just kind of try to very subtly warn them about those guys and to keep an eye on them. That group will be a part of the Xanathar's Guild. Not exactly the friendly lot.
Clint nods understandingly, and he will lean back a little bit, and he's wearing an apron, and underneath his apron, he will adjust the holster to his gun and just keep an eye on these guys.
Ashley is going to use Find Familiar, and he's going to summon a dog familiar. And blending in with the crowd, my dog familiar is going to go like right here next to the piano, and Ashley's going to listen in.
Okay.
Those are new faces. Or one
Yes,
new
these are.
face.
One new face. And that completes your neighbors.
Vincent
no.
Trench.
Yeah, this man. He's seen
Unfortunate.
some shit.
Hmm.
This is a detective, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he is talking with Tally. You guys see that Avi and Embrick have stayed there pretty much all day. Avi has been drinking water. Embrick has not. Embrick is sloshed. In the back corner here. Very, very obviously heavily intoxicated. And Avi is making sure he is not getting out of hand. However, he is very loud and he is very vocal in gushing. And
About
is very,
Avi?
Yep. And is very, very mushy about it.
Oh.
And Avi is just like, okay, maybe we can just, drink some water and go home. But I have to tell you right now that you always look so good with your hair like that. Like you just look compliments you so well. Have I told you that already? I need to tell you it more.
Just gotta start
like-
doing the bartender trick of pouring the alcohol down the straw in a glass full of water.
But they're over there in their corner being the cute looking couple. I don't know if I mentioned it, but they do have matching rings.
Oh.
So they are married. And Rainier is still here with Volo, and they're still talking. They're pretty much waiting for Floon.
Good luck.
Yeah. This is nothing new to them. And you said that your familiar is keeping watch, right?
Yes, Piper did say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your familiar is eavesdropping.
Yes.
Cool. So, dog is like sitting next to the piano right over here, out of
Yeah.
sight. They're a few shots in each at this point. They probably also got like the fucking like thing of salt as well, and they're all just like talking. And you hear one of them talk to the guy, the bald guy. Says, the red one talks to, sorry, the, what is he again? Is he a half-orc? I think he is. I think the half-orc, we have a dwarf of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a dwarf, and we have a human. Yeah. So, the half-orc turns to the human, and he goes, "You released it, right?" And the human replies, "Do I look like a fucking idiot? Of course I did. How else are we gonna get our cover?" It's like, I just want to make sure. It took a while to, summon it. He's like, "Wait, do you want to start a fucking problem right now? I know what I'm doing." And he's like, "Look, I'm not starting a problem. I just need to know where our magic is going." And that's when the dwarf fucking like slams their shot glass on the table to shut them up. And he's like, "Both of you need to settle the fuck down. We got a job to do. We're gonna do it. He already set the trap. We just gotta wait. Once we hear the commotion, that's when we move in. So, chill the fuck out, take a sip of your drink, and I don't want to hear another fucking word of this." And you see the half-orc lift up both of his hands in like mock surrender as he takes his sip of his shot glass. And you see the human just like scuff before he takes a swig straight from the bottle and slams it down, empty. And he like gestures for another one.
Another round it is. Ashley's gonna give them extra alcohol in their drinks to get them as sloshed as quickly as possible.
Oh boy, okay.
And then he's gonna have the dog familiar hop on the Farah and begin pawing at her mercilessly.
She just like looks at the dog, very like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with you?"
A dog you don't recognize. This is
The
not
dog,
one of our
like,
12 dogs.
Bogs you on the nose and then motions over to Ashley.
She'll just like look over to Ashley and just roll her eyes and slowly get up. And we'll walk over, and as soon as she is within earshot, we'll just be like, there are so many more easy ways to do that, and much more direct too.
Much more visible ways too. You asked me to keep an eye on those guys. That's what I'm doing.
We're owners of this business. We live here. We won't be
Okay,
talking to each other.
Okay, but I was trying to make it less suspicious, okay? You should really applaud me for my creativity. But that's besides the point. Yeah, those guys are planning something. Something about preparing a trap for a promotion. So we might want to expect trouble shortly.
What was that last bit?
They're
We might want
planning
to expect
on...
trouble.
Yeah, expect trouble.
Expect trouble. For some reason I heard triple, and I'm like,
Prepare for trouble. Prepare for trouble and make it triple.
Feyre just kind of stretches and kind of rolls her shoulders slightly. Oh, somehow I'm not really surprised about that. I'm not mistaken, these are the same ones that are given nice a little bit of a anxiety attack.
I'll try and alert Clint too. And I'm gonna have my familiar do a sweep around the place. I'm trying to get him extra drunk so they go into details.
And Feyre nods and just kind of gives Ashley a firm pat on the back and will just kind of like move over to the bar herself, like she is picking up another drink for herself to pass along the information. And we'll also loop Lif into it, since Lif can more subtly and completely keep an eye at least on the inn. Don't know if it's anything to do with the inn, but...
Yeah.
And Liv has been with Clint the entire time, helping him bartend.
Just kind of lean up against the bar and kind of tap it and look around, making sure that nobody else is like paying very close attention before talking. Ashley's found out a couple of interesting things about these more than like the troublemakers.
Clint nods, and he is like doing that casual cleaning a glass thing again, and he is just nods along and says, I'm preparing for all kinds of a mess.
Just kind of tilt her head slightly in the direction, not looking at like where Lif is, but in his direction. Having you keep a little bit of an eye on this place might be a little useful, considering the fact we don't exactly know what they're doing, other than there's magic involved somehow.
Oh, great magic. I'll keep an eye out.
And also keep an eye out for the little short squatted dog. Apparently that is Ashley's.
You talking about Baron?
No, a different one. Without a monocle.
Ah, okay.
It's like a dog, but it has a foxtail.
It's a little Shiba. It's a Shiba.
It's a
Yeah,
Shiba.
it's a Shiba. Yeah.
You know, I didn't think that was in the little pack you guys brought in.
No, other than Winslow and the Baron, most all of them should be big, so didn't quite know exactly what it was myself.
Keep an eye out for it. And for any trouble around. We'll start looking around now.
Clint should be able to handle himself. He's been doing a pretty good job of keeping the place running. She's kind of like, we'll give a small smile towards Clint.
He will give a trademark smile that gleams in the light and a thumbs up. I like to think I'm doing a pretty bang-up job. I haven't broken a single glass yet.
Don't say
That's
that.
because I caught them.
Just don't say that before the end of the day.
I was hoping it'd be a natural one, so it's like, I haven't broken a single one yet. Crash.
See, the good thing about Liv working with Clint is that Liv doesn't want his fucking bar destroyed.
I just got this place back, damn it.
Exactly. He is going to do everything he can to make sure that nothing is broken. And if by doing that he makes Clint seem like the best bartender ever, so be it.
And Feyre will just take whatever the fucking lift put in front of her and kind of nod and just head back towards her gambling table.
Mm-hmm. See that Farah, you have learned that you just put into contact these three. None of these people knew each other before.
Well, she's got a reliable entertainment now and a reliable source of gold.
Mm-hmm. They have made very quick gambling friends, and it is full of so much shit talk.
Oh boy.
Every game. The worst offender is Fala.
Not surprised.
Second behind is Yagra, followed by Fluent, who is trying his best to keep up with their quips and their jeers, but his fall kind of short. So,
Roll20 is being an ass to me.
oh no. Tips in chat. But also Baron and Winslow have arrived. They have greeted so many guests today.
I'm so glad that Winslow and Baron have arrived.
All of the dogs have been mingling around with the peoples. There have already been a few raffles. Some of the dogs have been named.
Hey.
And it was a big hit, honestly. Especially during the peak time where there's probably close to 50 people in the tavern at a time. And that's when you had the most raffle winners. But throughout the day, you have almost all of them named. You can pick your names out fucking later. I don't care.
No, but you're driving it.
Alright, fine.
We're just gonna get like the top 20 list of like most popular dog names.
Hold on.
You don't actually have to do it right now.
No. Hold on, what fuck, buddy? Da.